What you guys, got another action cam review here for you. This is the MGCOOL Explorer Pro 4K 30 frames per second sports camera. Now you can use this for taking 16 megapixel photos, or you can use it just as an action cam or even a dash cam. It does time lapse, it's got Wi-Fi, and it's good for up to 30 meters under the water. It's pretty much like a lot of the other cameras you see on the market. They all come with different lenses. This does have the Sony lens in there, which we'll cover a little bit later on. But you can see here, these are all the brackets that you see in here. We've got one bicycle stand here, one USB data cable, one clip, and so on. There's loads of bits and pieces. You can pause the screen at this stage to read all of those, and you should be able to tell what's in here. But there is no remote in this, and there is no separate battery charger, and you don't get a second battery in this kit. There is a crash helmet sticker sort of brackets here which you can put on your crash helmet, and also you can see some sort of buckle here to put it on a belt or some sort of other clip. They do have loads of other stuff you can purchase online. Here is your charging cable for your USB. As you can see, some other little brackets, and this is a bicycle or motorbike handle clip here to clip on your handlebars. So let's take a look at the actual camera itself. It's in a waterproof housing, as you can see, which is good enough for up to 30 meters. You have your navigation buttons on the side and your action button on top, which is to take your photos and stuff like that. You have your power button on the front, and this is also a mode button which enables you to change the modes of the menu, and you can see the logo there on the side. Now again, these are pretty easy to remove. You just pull the clip back, and once you do that, it will release from its watertight container. And I've been under the water with these before, and they've been perfectly fine, and the waterproof housing is pretty decent. Now before you do use this underwater, you want to make sure that you remove any stickers. Now you can see the Sony sensor IMX179, and also it has a Shark Eye 170 degree wide angle. You have your navigation buttons on the side and some sort of microphone on the side, which works okay. You also have a removable 1050 milliamp lithium battery inside here, and also you have your micro SD card slot, your micro USB, and your HDMI port on the side here as well. Now also what you can do, again, you can use this as a dash cam and stuff like that, or an action cam, or whatever you want to do. You can use it for that type of function. So you can see here we have a 2-inch TFT screen, which is 320 by 240 in size. And all in all, we're going to give it a good test, and I'll give you some daytime and nighttime test as well. We have an LED and also the action button on top, which is to take the snapshots and also to enter in on the menu. It's pretty straightforward and easy to do once you fire it up. So let's fire it up and take a look. And we'll have a look at the menu system here. Now there is some really good features on this. You can see once you turn the camera on, you can see there is the what video mode you're in, with a video or photos, and you can see there for 4K 30 frames per second. You can see there is no card installed, and you will need up to a 64 gigabyte micro SD card, class 10 at least rating on here, because it is capable of recording at 4K. Also, you can change the resolution here, recording sound, whether you want to or not, time-lapse mode, loop recording, slow motion, which I'll show you a bit of later on. And also we've got some other ones here as well. Now if you want to skip along, you can just click on the front button on the front of the camera, and it will go on to the next set of features. The navigation button here will move it up and down on the right, and on the top it will allow you to go into the mode that you want to look at. As you can see what I'm doing on the screen there. It is pretty self-explanatory, but the user manual will explain all that. Now you can see the photo resolution is set on 8 megapixels. You can set up to 16 megapixel or have it set to auto. We've got exposure, white balance, image rotation, driving mode in case you want it as a dash cam, and also Wi-Fi if you want to connect to Wi-Fi up to it as well. Also, you've got your light source frequency on auto, an auto screensaver, auto shutdown as well, and watermark and stuff like that on there. Language, date and time, format. This will allow you to format the SD card, reset to the factory settings, and also your firmware is on here as well. And you can also press OK to exit. Now you can run this via the app as well, I think, on your Android phone if you want to, and you will be able to see what's on there. I didn't show that in this video. So let's take a look at some footage here. This is 4K at 30 frames per second. And this is 2K at 30 frames per second. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And this is 1080p at 60 frames per second. Now remember guys that YouTube will compress all these down to 1080p and also 30 frames per second, so you won't get the true reflection of how good they look. Now I wanted to show you slow motion mode here. This is slow motion. Now I've put a dash cam adapter on here. You don't get that in the kit, but you can pick them up pretty cheap. This is 1080p at 60 frames per second, and I think it looks pretty good at that sort of frame rate and also at 1080p. And you can see the pictures nice and clear. And we'll go and take some more footage, and I'll also show you some daytime and nighttime footage as a dash cam as well, so you can get an idea of what it actually looks like. I think it performed pretty well, to be honest.
So this is a sound test of the microphone. On a pretty bumpy road, 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm not sure what the quality's like, but we'll have a test. Lovely day today. I'll open up the windows. It's fucking stifling. I've got the windows open now. It's coming up the back of this lane opposite the motorway here. Whew. Cow shit. All I can smell is cow shit.
Now I've viewed the sound on the camera just so I could speak here. But as you can see, you do get a bit of glare off the screen, which is pretty normal sometimes on a hot sunny day like it is today. And I haven't cleaned the screen or anything like that, so you do get a bit of glare here and there, but that's pretty normal. But you can see a very clear picture, and it will record just about every sort of action that you do. So if you did have an accident, God forbid, it would record all that, and you will be able to get everything in high detail and high definition, as you can see on here. Now I wanted to show you some nighttime footage as well, and I recorded this at 4K at 30 frames per second to see what it would look like. And I'm not sure whether it will be better to do 1080p at 60 frames per second or 4K at night. It seems nice and clear to me when I'm looking at it on this end. I don't know what YouTube's going to do to it once it compresses it and uploads it, but other than that, it looked pretty clear, and I did like the quality, and I'm pretty impressed with it as well. So you're getting the best of all worlds here. You're getting an action cam, and you're also getting a dash cam and a pretty decent camera as well at 16 megapixels. So it's not too bad for the price, and I'll leave all the information in the video description. If you're interested in that, you can check it out. Anyway, I'm going to start to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Thanks again for watching, guys, and don't forget, hit that like button. It really does help. Bye for now.